let's talk about early beginnings with Jamal. Of course, you know, my mom and dad, Mississippi, Louisiana, you know, they adopted me when I was 3 months old. So there was always a strong prayer life in the family. Who influenced you to be this version of yourself the most?
I would say, you know, I wasn't a PK, but I might as well been because I was with my granddad and he's a bishop, so we was in church every time the door opened.
Yeah.
I was a deacon, I was an usher, I was a drummer, I played the keys, and I sang, so I did it all.
Like I was the deacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was definitely my grandparents pushing me. They raised me basically. My dad, my mom separated, but then my stepmom stepped in to raise me the best she could. She loved us like we was her own, and I never seen a loving person like she was. Like this lady was the light of the world.
Yeah.
You would think that she birthed us,
Yeah.
and she didn't have any kids. She couldn't have kids, but she loved us like we was her own. And she passed during COVID, during the taping of Sunday Best that last season. And I don't feel like, you know, I grieved well. I didn't grieve the right way. I still haven't accepted the fact that she left. You know, it's like the good people get taken away so easy, and you wonder why, how you gonna make it, or how you just gonna keep going, especially since that was a show that I cried on. So when I lost that show to cry on, all my tears were stuck because it's like I couldn't trust nobody else. I'm raising girls now. I don't want them seeing me cry. You know, I'm trying to be their rock. I'm trying to be their support. I'm just trying to be everything for my daughters. So I will say my relationship with God and been able to, well, he gave me permission to heal. So once I heal from that and realize that, you know, everything not going to be peaches and cream. It's not going to go the way I wanted to go. But we got to have those tests in order to have a testimony. So now that's why I'm here today to tell you my testimony that somebody else out there may overcome from my testimony. So it's not going to be easy. It's not always going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So, but you just got to adjust and you got to heal.
Yeah. No, that's real. Speaking of healing, you know, that's what this show is all about. People who've been through hurts, habits, hang-ups, and their journey to be able to get back to their healing. You talked a little bit about, you know, separation and just how that affected, and then God sent this angel into your life through a stepmama. How do you think the effects of that kind of shaped your heart? Because we see you as a father. I'm a father of 4. So when I see you with your 2 girls, I'm like, yeah, baby, come on, show the strong black family. But how did that separation shape the strong connection now that you have with your daughters?
I wasn't always, you know, so sensitive. I think having girls done brought out a more sensitive side to me, man.
Yeah.
I was a hard body. I was doing whatever. But she taught me how to love properly. She taught me how to love properly, so that way I can love my girls the way I do. The relationship thing still ain't worked out yet. God ain't stepped into that yet, but we waiting on him to intervene.
We yet waiting on the Lord. It's in transit, is what they say. Yeah.
In transit, yeah. But I would say that he placed that in my life for a reason. For a moment as this.
Yeah.
She was sweet. She was everything you could think of at my young age. And I could honestly say if she hadn't been there, I would not be here where I am today. If she hadn't believed in me from the age of 2, I wouldn't be right here where I am today, because nobody pushed me like she did. Nobody believed in me like she did. When I thought, oh, no, I'm not doing that. I don't even look right doing that. She was like, yes, you do. You know, you can do it. You know, sometimes I used to have self-confidence problems. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. Let them do it. She'd be like, no, baby, you can do it. You can do it. Just do this, and you can do anything you put your mind to, and I'll always be there to support you. You know, she was always there.
And what's her name?
Tabitha.
Miss Tabitha.
Yeah, she never went back on her word. She always kept her word, and that's one of my things. My word is my bond. If I tell you something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and that was just some of the things she taught me while not trying to teach me. You understand? Like I picked up on all those things just by her just living her normal life.
Yeah. If Miss Tabitha had the opportunity, because I do believe that she just has a better seat than all of us, she gets an opportunity to see it from a bird's eye view. If there were some words that Miss Tabitha would probably speak to you right now, what would she say about the version of Jamal right now?
She'll say, boy, you did it. She'll probably say your mouth's still a little too smart. She'll say, but you working on it. And she'll probably want to see them grandbabies, man. Man, she met Harmony when Harmony was born, but she haven't met Lyric. Oh my God. She would have went crazy over Lyric, and she haven't met my newborn, Gianna.
So you have 3?
I have 3 girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So now you have 3 girls. So let me tell you, I had 3 boys first. Now my oldest, 22. He just graduated from the University of Mississippi. I went to Ole Miss.
Okay.
And then I have a 16-year-old. He's a senior who liked to take his shirt off because he got muscles. Now we praying, right? And then, of course, I have a 10-year-old boy, and I had my girl at the end of the journey. And that changed everything. It brought this sensitive guy out that I didn't even know existed. Yeah. Hell, I was in there playing Nick, don't put me and make me go viral. But she was like, Daddy, you have to do my nails. I was like, well, I'm in here doing nails. So when you see that relationship and it grows, for me, I just desire, because I uncoupled, I desire to have a woman like Tabitha in the life of my children. Does Jamal have a goal for what he wants and what type of woman he wants in the life of his children? Or is he looking just to be with the mother of his child? How does that work?
I'm looking for a woman that understands.
Yeah.
That's not quick to this and that, not quick to judge. Understand the relationship I have with my kids and understand that my kids are my life and they are my world. And I'm gonna do anything I can for my kids. But also to be there, to be a rock, you know. Not saying be a housewife. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm just saying be those things that I need. In this journey, a lot of obstacles are gonna come. And one thing I don't need is the person that I'm trusting and the person that's on my side looking at me strange because of some outdoor stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep it in home. We supposed to be like this. We supposed to be locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? Don't let none of that outside stuff. I'm very vocal. I'm very vocal. If I did something, I tell you I did it. Yeah. You know, if something happened, I say, hey, it happened. Yeah. But if it didn't come out of my mouth, I didn't do it. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. But you know, let's lock in. You know. Yeah. But I just wanna. She ain't gotta be so touchy-feely if she don't want to, because sometimes I just need my space. I like to go fishing. I like to play basketball, do all the outside stuff, you know. She ain't got to be up under me all day if she don't want to. I'm give you your space, you give me my space. But that don't mean we going outside and doing what we don't have no business doing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We always know where home at. Come back home now.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
So how does Jamal find a suitable helpmate now that there's a lot of fame? So, you know, I always try to build a bridge with testimony.
Right.
I'm 22 years old. I signed a $1.2 million deal. The whole city going crazy. Hell, I'm pretty Willie. Now, as you can see now, the pretty gone, but I'm holding on to handsome pretty good. Okay? Let's get that out the way. I signed this record deal, and everybody thinks that I'm over rich. Like, all of a sudden, it's like a $1.2 million deal. I'm like, yeah, but probably only about 75 grand is mine. How do you manage expectation when it comes to a woman, especially coming from a small town like Meridian? Like, you know, I'm a Mississippi boy. Automatically, it's like, y'all know Jamal rich Tuesday. Like, how do you manage expectations with a woman who may think that you are a lot further than you are?
Oh, well, technically, you know, the Bible says a man that findeth. And since I'm not looking, I just, you know, I'm chilling. We already know what comes with it. We know how women are. Some of them are vultures. Some of them don't take no for an answer. Yeah. I just got to keep my head on straight. Yeah. Keep it on the swivel, man. That's all.
So when it comes to music now, what type of album are you looking to do? Because we've seen you do a plethora of music, but all over social media, all I ever seen you do is give God the praise.
Man, I'm always give God praise. But I'm a soul singer, man, with gospel roots. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do R&B. Yeah, I'm gonna do R&B, and then if it come down to it, I'm gonna do a little rock. I'm gonna do a little roll. I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna do a little country. I mean, but I'm a soul singer with gospel roots. Yeah, that's all it is.
So when you see like the industry now, it's like, are there any artists that you like? Man, hey, first dude I want to work with is, or first woman I want to work with is, who would that be?
I mean, woman is gonna be Fantasia. Out of the
Man,
gate.
I think the world waiting on that.
Out of the gate is gonna be Fantasia. We connect like this. We both got stories. We both got that pain in our voice. Like, I got pain, and I keep it balled up, but it helps me. You know, it helps me navigate through these songs. It helps me paint the pictures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So all pain is not good pain, but some pain is good. Yeah. It's good to hold on to, so you'll know. Yeah. You know. But the guy, it'd probably be Jelly Roll, man. This man came into my life and, man, had been like a big brother to me all throughout the show. He didn't care. That man is authentic. He's real. He gonna tell you how it is. And he just been my like a big brother to me.
Man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like when you think about the names that you're saying now, being in your car with me sharing your videos, man, y'all gotta check this dude out. To now saying casually, Jelly Roll, like my big brother, man. Like when I look at that reality, it's just the hand of God, man. It's just so amazing to see. Cause literally I remember watching and seeing this dude in the car. I'm like, dude got a really dope voice. Man, y'all gotta see this dude. I think he's from Mississippi somewhere, man. And to be able to see what God has done now, I always felt the pain in your voice. It was something about the pain that connected people. I believe pain points are a bridge to a person's heart. Can you talk about some of the pain that you pull from sometime? And instead of using drugs or other stuff that the other people may use, you use it through singing. Where do you pull this pain from? So for me, my pain is adoption. I had never met anybody in my life. So when I go out and speak, I pull from a place where these ain't just nouns and verbs, periods and commas. Like I say, listen, you can bring anybody in. They can beat me nouns and verbs, but they can't beat what this transformational work is gonna do because of what I've been through. What are some of the things that you pull from when you go on that mic and go on that stage?
Well, let me start by saying this first. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but when it's your story, it's your story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my dad got custody of me and my oldest brother when we was younger. He was 4, I was 2. And like I said, my stepmom raised me.
Yeah, Tabitha.
What was going through my mind is, why my mom not here? You know, because I got kids, and I'm not going to let my kids go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? How did you get comfortable enough to let us just slip through the cracks and my daddy take full custody and, you know, no visitations, I didn't see you, you know, stuff like that. It bothers me a little bit because I know that if I was fighting for my kids, we still going to be fighting, you know. Ain't no giving up. I'm just saying, but you gave us up. Not saying gave, because I don't know the story. I really don't care. I don't want to know it right now because it's over. You know what I'm saying? But we with my dad. He's not an emotional person. He don't know how to love for real.
Mm-hmm.
You gave us up. I'm thinking, okay, she couldn't handle it. But then you go and you have more kids. And then we still here over here with my dad. I'm like, how does that work? Like, what's going through your head? Like, was we not good enough?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what did we do so bad to make you abandon us and then go have more kids?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't click with me. I still ain't clicked it yet.
Yeah.
But I pulled from there.
Yeah.
I pulled from abandonment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was abandoned. I felt like I was abandoned. But like I said, I don't know the story. And I also said I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah.
But it's my story and this is how I look at it.
Yeah.
My dad was always there. He's a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a man. He don't know how to show his sensitive side at all.
Yeah.
I could count how many hugs I got from my daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't like that, and that's why I'm raising my children different. Even if it was boys, I'd be the same way. I'm in your face, you know, the whole time. But I think it was a lot of miscommunication there. My grandma tried to tell me the story so many times without telling everything.
Black families,
because of young kids at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like my grandmother passed right after my stepmom passed, so it was boom, boom, and it was all during Sunday best, boom, boom. And I just was like,
yeah.
So I'm pulling from that. I'm pulling from my granddaddy. My granddaddy was hurt so bad, he used to work with asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
He got one of the most powerful testimonies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He fell in the truck. I remember this day clear as day, and I wasn't number like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
He fell in the truck, in the hot asphalt. Didn't have no help getting out. When he got out the truck, all the skin, like he literally walked in the hospital with just bones. I remember clear as day. And he had like 4 heart attacks and like 6 strokes. And he was paralyzed on the right side. my grandma was blind, so it wasn't much she can do. So we had to come over there, help him. But the doctors said we had to scrub his legs so that it won't get infected. And since it ain't nothing already there, he would just be screaming and hollering because it would hurt. And man, hearing his voice cry like that, but he never lost faith. He knew he would get better. And to this day, he living. All his skin back on his bones, and he moving around. But I was like, man, hearing my granddaddy cry out like that, and we were in the next room, and my daddy having to scrub so it won't get infected. Mm-hmm. Man, that's I don't know how he endured that. His faith was really tested, and that's kind of where that come from me. Like that's why my faith's so strong. I believe in God can do anything. Yeah. Listen, if he can do that, if he can pull a man out of asphalt by himself, he didn't have no help. Mm-hmm. After 4 heart attacks and 6 strokes and was paralyzed on one side, surely.
Yeah.
Love you more, love you more, love you more.